you know what I'm saying, to them Idaho students, you know what I'm saying? Because my boy over here at Crime Circus, I guess he feel like he didn't crack the case already, you know what I'm saying? So we gon' we gonna listen to what he got to say, and we gonna give our opinion on if we feel that dude is capable of being responsible, or is it logical that he might have something to do with it?
Jack DuCoeur video.
Thank you, guys.
So a guy that he's thinking that has something to do with it or might be guilty of this is some guy named Jack DuCoeur. I guess he was one of the ex-boyfriends of one of the victims. Shout out to Crime Circus though.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crime Circus. My name's Drip Drop, and I'm your host as usual. Tonight, we're going to take a deeper dive into Jack DuCoeur. We're going to discuss social media posts, where Jack possibly lived, possible motive in this case where the 4 college students passed away, and a few other things in this case we'll discuss as well. First, let's take a look at this post on Kaylee's Instagram. As you can see, this is Kaylee, one of the victims. She's on a boat in this picture on her Instagram, and Jack DuCoeur says, "Anyone got a rag I can clean up with?" What do you think he meant by that? Sounds a little inappropriate to me, but that's just my opinion.
She posted a picture, and they said she posted a picture on a boat, and he said, "Anybody got a rag I can clean up with?" I don't really get that. Like, she was posting a picture. I guess she had like a bikini, but like with like a shirt on, like a crop top or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know really what he meant by anybody got a rag I can clean up by. I don't really know what he meant by that. You know what I'm saying? I can't really. I mean, maybe it's some weird ass joke. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Opinion. A little reminder, Jack DuCoeur is presumed innocent of these crimes, and nothing in this video is considered fact. However, these are real posts that I really did find on Kaylee's Instagram account. Nothing has been photoshopped or altered in any way whatsoever. So does anyone got a rag that Jack DuCoeur can clean up with? Somebody left a comment under.
So I'm guessing, dude at Crime Circus, what's up, bro? I know you was sitting in that truck, so I had to, you know, so yeah,
Underneath the Jack's.
I don't really know what he meant by, anybody got a rag I can clean up with, you know what I'm saying? But I think that was his girlfriend at the time, so maybe he ain't really like that picture, you know what I'm saying? Because, maybe she was, I don't know. Maybe she was looking a little, maybe she was, I don't know. I don't know.
Comment and said, "Man, you left a lot of creepy comments on a bunch of her pictures. You look sus AF." And Jack DuCoeur actually responds, and he says, "She was my girlfriend for 5 years. You're a creep for stalking a deceased person's bikini pics hiding behind a fluke account." A deceased person? Is that how you refer to your recently passed away loved one? A deceased person? Red flag or not? You let me know down in the comments.
Come on, man. Now you pushing it, bro. He said a deceased person. Like, he just said that he said a deceased person. Like, damn, because he said a deceased person, what you want him to say? Is that how you stalking under my dead ex-girlfriend? What if that ain't how maybe he talk with different vocabulary. You can't try to put guilt on him because of the way he talking and what. I mean, if he was using like some real like crazy words, it'd be different. But deceased person, like, come on.
What do you think he meant by that? There's a lot of other ways he could have referred to Kaylee, but she's a deceased person. Moving on to the next.
She is a deceased person, though.
Photo that I found on Kaylee's Instagram. First, let's have a quick discussion about motive for a case like this. One might think that a person committing a quadruple passing away might want good motive to do it, such as possibly a broken heart, jealousy, and custody. But this is all speculation, and that's not based on fact. That's up to you, the viewer, to decide and come up with your own opinion. But these are just questions that I'm asking. I'm not accusing anybody of anything in this video. Jack DuCoeur is presumed innocent. But what we need to figure out in this case is who had the most motive. Was it...
I don't think it's really right for him to make a whole video like about dude and then like, cause in his video it say new Jack DuCoeur guilty, Moscow, Idaho, an investigation. You basically put in your video that he guilty already. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got some real significant evidence to prove that, which we finna find out, then you shouldn't be saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a serious ass case. This 4 murders.
Was it a crime of passion? Did somebody have a broken heart in this case? Was there any sort of custody dispute that was happening or about to happen?
Custody?
You, the viewer,
What you mean custody? Some of them had kids. I ain't hear about none of them had kids. What custody you talking about? What custody you talking about?
decide. Moving on. Let's have a look-see here at Kaylee's Instagram. Now taking a look at this picture of Kaylee on her Instagram, you can see Jack DuCoeur leaves a comment that says, "Sheesh," with his tongue sticking out. Interesting. What do you think he meant by that? Anyways, let's move on to the next picture.
He said sheesh with his tongue sticking out. That was his girl. Both that was his girlfriend at the time. And he just saying that because that was his girl at the time. He trying to make sure whoever, when she did them pictures on Instagram and Facebook, whoever gonna scroll and try to comment, he makes sure he leave his comment because that's his girl. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get what the crime circus do with drip drop on with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so far. I don't really think he shouldn't have made no video about this dude. Based off these Instagram comments, like this reaching it. I feel like he's trying to really reach it and get some views off this shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Picture. Let's see what else he had to say for himself on Kaylee's Instagram. In this picture right here, he says, "I love you." And she didn't react to it or respond or anything. Have you ever said "I love you" to someone and they didn't say it back? That could hurt somebody's heart greatly. Moving on.
Come on, man. You saying it all because she didn't say "I love you" back? Like, come on, bro. Like, you saying this man killed 4 people because she didn't tell him "I love you" back? Come on, bro. Like, you trying to get in and get some clout off this shit. That's what it seemed like to me, Drip Drop. That's your name. That name really kind of lame. That shit kind of clownish to me, too. Like, you a grown-ass man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, a shout out to your platform, though, because I watched some of your interviews and shit. I mean, your interviews, you be having them interviews on there, but this shit, you down chasing it, bro. You done put this dude name out there, you put guilty next to his name and shit, bro. Like, that shit kind of fucked up, bro.
Let's see what else we can find on Kaylee's Instagram account. Looking at...
And I know I posted this picture and put, "Is he guilty?" But this just my reaction based off dude shit. So I'm gonna put that in my description. Like, this is my reaction based off this motherfucker Drip Drop off Crime Circus reaction. Off his shit, off his motherfucking findings. You know what I'm saying? This is my reaction. Is he guilty in my eyes based off Crime Circus findings? You know what I'm saying? That's what this is.
At this picture here, Kaylee appears to be in a major city, and her comment on the photo says, "Nothing like Miami City." Jack leaves a comment and says, "Travel with me." Jack didn't appear to have been on any of these trips that Kaylee was taking. Seems like...
So she posted a picture saying, "Nothing like Miami City," and then Jack DuCoeur posted, he commented, "Travel with me." But see, this post that she posted was 266 weeks ago, and it say his comment was 117 weeks ago. So that means they might have just had broke up that time, and he might have been trying to get it back with these comments and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why she not responding, because they probably done broke up, and he probably trying to, Slick trying to throw little shots that he want it back and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all this seemed like to me. But dude, this Crime Circus dude that put this name on his title, and this Crime Circus dude got a lot of subscribers. Like, I don't really feel this right, bro. That shit ain't really cool to me.
Like he probably felt a little left out of all this traveling. Really?
He said he felt left out, but it's down there. He commented down there a year or 2 later. He commented down there 100 and some weeks later. You know what I'm saying? It's only 52 weeks. 52 weeks in a year. So, you know what I'm saying? He probably with him on trips. He probably the one behind the camera taking the picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. He say he's with him for 5 years. Not saying we supposed to just believe what he's saying, but, I mean, who knows?
It seems like Jack wishes he was there. but he wasn't. Now, looking at this older picture of Kaylee here, she writes on her own photo, "All I ever do when I go to Sandpoint is stare at the graffiti walls. I'm in love." And Jack leaves a comment and says, "Booty got big sense," with the eyeball emojis looking over at her. Well, that's an interesting comment.
She posted all I ever she posted a picture of her looking at like a wall mirror, and she said all I ever do when I go to Sandport is stare at the graffiti walls. I'm in love, and he put booty got big since. You know what I'm saying? That's how, I mean, what the fuck is like? Come on, bro. Like, how is that him being a potential suspect? That's his ex girl. It seemed like he trying to shoot it. She shooting his shot, trying to get her back. You got other motherfuckers commenting on under that saying you're hot, this and that. You know what I'm saying? But they commented around the same time she posted the picture. He commented in down there 100 weeks, 150 some weeks later. It sounds like he trying to get her back to me. But dude from Crime Suckers, he saying this shit sound like he meant guilt to murders. So he ain't really right for this
Comment.
shit, bro.
Moving on. Here's a picture from another trip that Kaylee took. Looks like she was in Portland here, and she says, "Today I fell in love with Portland." And Jack leaves a comment that says, "If I came to this waterfall, I wouldn't take my eyes off of you." So as you can see, this is another trip that Kaylee took without Jack. He seemed to always be watching her from afar, always keeping tabs on her on social media.
That's what I mean. A lot of people do that with their exes. They usually watch them, like they usually keep tabs on them and shit like that. Like that's nothing out of the ordinary. If that's something out of the ordinary, y'all comment it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that ain't really nothing out of the ordinary from what motherfuckers do. So for him to be saying all this shit, this is his facts of him saying that he's guilty. Come on, bro. You can get sued for this type of activity, bro. This is like a defamation of character or some shit, bro. You can't be saying shit like this, bro.
Yeah, always knew where she was traveling to, and she was always.
Then you got a big platform. You know what I'm saying? You put this man's name in the title and shit. That shit ain't right, bro.
Traveling without it. And that's my opinion only, of course. I have no way to verify if Jack was on any of these trips, but he certainly doesn't appear to have been on any of these trips. I just want to give a quick reminder, Jack DuCoeur.
See what he's saying? He said, I can't verify if Jack was on your trip, but he sure doesn't seem like he was. But you don't know that.
DuCoeur is presumed innocent of any and all crimes related to this case. Now let's move on over to Kaylee's Twitter account and see what she...
See how he trying to make sure he throw that in there? Yeah, he's innocent before. But you didn't, bro. You didn't put the title, new, Jack DuCoeur, guilty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you put question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, so you try to like question. But bro, you put guilty. You should have put guilty or not. You know what I'm saying? You should have put guilty or not. You know what I'm saying? Like I put in my shit, I put, is he guilty? You know what I'm saying? Now I didn't put guilty to make you think that they caught the motherfucker that did it type shit. You know what I'm saying? I put, is he guilty? You know what I'm saying? That's what he should have did.
He has to say for herself. You can see with this tweet right here, she says, "Yeah, you think I need you, but I don't." Who do you think that post was directed at? Jack DuCoeur or someone else? In this tweet right here, you can see Kaylee says, "Ashamed of all the things I was doing for you." What's that?
That means that means it sounds like a breakup. She's saying, you think I need you? I don't. Ashamed of all the things I did for you. That sounds like a breakup, bro.
For Jack? Was she doing a lot of things for Jack? Or is that tweet for somebody else? Are we seeing a pattern here with these social media posts? Let's see what else she has to say for herself. In this alarming social media tweet posted 4 days after New Year's, Kaylee says, "My New Year's resolution is to effing die." Was she that upset and then?
She said her New Year's resolution was to effing die. That's that breakup, you know what I'm saying? That's that going through that breakup and shit type shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what that is, you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. That's what her going through that breakup and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he trying to put a spin on all this shit. This shit from years ago. And he trying to put a spin on this shit like this. All this shit from 2018, all that shit got something to do with dude coming back from revenge and just want, like, what the fuck?
Happy with her daily life?
Like I said, I don't know if dude did this shit or not, but if these is your facts for you to kind of come up with this conclusion in your head on why he did it, That ain't really valid enough for me. Like that ain't really.
Jack not making her happy? These are just questions I'm asking. I'm not making any accusations in this video. You can see this retweet she did here. It says, "It's incredible how."
How you not making accusations in the video? It seemed like you is. It's like dry accusations. You know how they say like dry snitching? It's like a dry accusation. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna devote a whole video to you and giving the people that watch my platform reason why they should feel that you guilty, but I'm not really accusing you though.
People treat you after everything you've done for them. It's a reoccurring theme here. Now let's take a quick trip over to Jack DuCoeur's Twitter page and see what he has to say for himself on social media. Jack says in this tweet, "If I had $1 for every time she lied to me." Then it has an animated picture of a man rolling around in money. So he's saying he'd be filthy rich. He's saying somebody lied to him many, many, many times. Unfortunately, it's a typical social media post where you got to read between the lines and he's not going to say exactly who lied to him. Was it Kaylee that lied to him? Let's see what else we can find on Jack's Twitter. You can see in this tweet, Jack says, "Mentally and physically addicted to you." Mentally and physically addicted?
But that's that breakup shit. He just trying, you know what I'm saying? That shit just, I feel like all that shit just like breakup shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, like, bro, like, if they had broke up, like, if this was like years after that, well, I don't know when they broke up, so I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But it seemed like a lot of that shit that was going on that he's pinpointing is just breakup talk type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Into who? Was it Kaylee? Being physically or mentally addicted to another human is not that healthy. In my opinion, it's unhealthy. In my opinion, being physically or mentally addicted to someone could even lead to horrible crimes. Oh.
I mean, that's true, but for you to try to, like, make that the reason why this man is guilty of 4 murders, I could say if this was just, like, she ended up getting killed, and, like, then you pinpoint all this shit based off just her getting killed by herself, but it's 4 people that died. So, like, how can you just say he just wanted revenge on her and decided to kill, like, 4 people? Like,
also something that
like, that don't really makes too much sense to me. Like,
I observed on these social media pages, Kaylee doesn't seem to have been friends with or following any of Jack's pages. But Jack DuCoeur was following all of Kaylee's pages. Anyways, do you think it's weird for a guy to follow a girl on all her social media pages, but she doesn't follow back?
no. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Like, bro, is this man serious, bro, with this shit, bro? Like, you know how many motherfuckers break up with their girl and then they girls just act like they done with them, block them on everything, and then, you know, they ain't for the block her because they want to see what she, you know. But he makes it seem like that shit just so abnormal. Like, come on, man. Like, be for real, man. Like, nah, bro.
Some of you might think that's weird. Some of you might not think it's weird. Either way, I want to hear from you. Of course, that's not every single alarming social media post that I found, and you can verify all of those posts yourself on Kaylee's Twitter or her Instagram.
So I guess he just want like comments and clicks or something. I don't know. I guess he just want to hear from. I don't know. I guess he just want opinions and reactions too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's cool. I'm giving my reaction right now. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like he's chasing YouTube clout. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel right now.
But we're gonna move on to the next topic in this video. Where did Jack DuCoeur live? In my opinion, he lived 30 seconds away from her, 2 houses over. I touched briefly on this in a previous video. Some of you saw it, some of you didn't. Some of you wanted to see it again. So this is for all of you right here. Let's take another look at this. Looking at this picture right here, this is the house that Jack DuCoeur was rumored to have been living in at the time of these crimes.
Come on, man. How you gonna say rumored to be living in? Then you gonna say he was living there, then you gonna try to say rumor. Bro, it's either he was living there or he wasn't, bro. Like, don't try to, come on, bro. That shit fucked up, because now he's trying to push a narrative that he was actually around them when this shit went down, and like, bro, it's like you down there trying to put eyes on them and shit, like, I mean, man, that shit kind of fucked up. Like, let's say now dude did do this shit, then it's different. Then you know what I'm saying. I guess that's good. You know what I'm saying. But this one, it's this one of them situations where you kind of just let the police do their job. Like you don't really be going on your platform accusing motherfuckers and shit, bro. Like that shit really ain't cool.
Here's a picture I found on Google Maps of that house. And then if you take a look over to the left, that house over there, that's where the 4 college students passed away. So if Jack DuCoeur lived in the house on the right, that is a super short walk over to that other house.
Right
and taking a look from satellite view above, you can see there's a direct cut through right between those 2 other houses. And of course, somebody could easily cut through the tree line unnoticed and unseen at 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning. There were multiple police officers and underage drinkers in the field that night. Some of us have seen the body cam footage, and they didn't seem to have picked up anything. But, of course, you couldn't pick up anything on body cam if somebody was sneaking through the woods behind the houses. This is just speculation. I'm not saying Jack cut through the woods. Moving on. This picture right here is from a real estate website of inside of that house. That's right. This is the view from what could have been Jack DuCoeur's bedroom. You can see from this picture, you can see directly over to that house, and you'd be able to see anyone coming or going through the front or back door. The house is easily visible right between the other 2 houses. In fact, anybody looking at this window would be able to see directly into Kaylee's bedroom. And if you've got binoculars...
Nah, man. Come on, man. They can't, no, come on, man. This would be some real live, like, if this man room was literally what he's saying his room was at and all that shit, this would be some real live, like, stalker turn, like, real live boyfriend turn stalker murderer type shit. This would be some real live crazy shit if what he's showing right now is true about what his dude room was at and how he got a perfect view of their house and her room. That'd be wild.
A rifle scope, or even just a smartphone with a good zoom, you could easily see into that bedroom. The reason that it's been rumored and speculated that Jack DuCoeur lived in that house is because that guy, Jeremy, that some of you know as the creepy neighbor, or some of you have even referred to him as the Stephen McDaniel of Moscow, Idaho, he posted on Facebook that he saw that dog Murphy over at that house, and he didn't even know Kaylee had a dog, because he saw it at who he believed to be the ex-boyfriend's house, being walked as well as in the front yard. So taking a look at this picture right here, this is video that I found on the internet of somebody's TikTok. And we're going to compare it to the realtor photo. And we can see a dog that appears to be Murphy, Kaylee's former dog that she shared custody with Jack with, who Jack DuCoeur is now the sole owner of. I can't say 100% for sure if this is Murphy. However, it appears to be Murphy. Let's very quickly compare what we just...
Who the fuck video did he go to and find that? Let me go back to that, because it's like he just said, I found a Snapchat video of this dog and it looks like it's the dog. Who the fuck Snapchat video? Let me go right behind this shit, man.
Dog, because he saw it at who he believes to be the ex-boyfriend's house, being walked as well as in the front yard. So taking a look at this picture right here, this is video that I found on the internet of somebody's TikTok. And we're going to compare it to the realtor photo. And we can see a dog that appears to be Murphy, Kaylee's former dog that she shared custody with Jack with, who Jack DuCoeur is now the sole owner of. I can't say 100% for sure if this is Murphy. However, it appears to be Murphy. Let's very quick.
So did he find that random video of that dog to compare it to her dog? Because he showed a video of her and the guy with the dog. But he just showed the Facebook picture of the guy with the dog by himself. But how old can that picture be, though? It's like he's trying to spin his own little narrative or something.
Compare what we just saw in that TikTok video with the realtor photo. As you can see, there's a light on the ceiling with the gold border, and then there's a popcorn ceiling, and you can see that window with the window frame. In my opinion, it's an exact match. Let's check out the floor. Now taking a look back at the TikTok video, you can see it appears to be the exact same luxurious vinyl flooring. And of course other things match in the photo as well, such as the oven. You can also see somebody wearing a white t-shirt in this video, but unfortunately their neck and head is cut off, so you can't see exactly who it is, but the person's quite tall. Jack DuCoeur also seems to be quite tall, and if that's Murphy, it would make sense that Jack DuCoeur is right there on that footage. But we just can't be for sure. Let's touch very...
So he found Snapchat video basically, or the ex-boyfriend with the dog now.
Rumored that one of his roommates said that Jack was upstairs sleeping and he couldn't have left the house because all the roommates were downstairs playing video games and they would have seen Jack leave. Well, if Jack lived upstairs, it would be easy to get out of one of those windows and walk across the roof over to the other side of the house and get off the roof down onto the ground. As you can see in this picture right here, the house is built backing up to a very steep hill. So as creepy as it is, anyone could actually walk on or off the roof just by taking a step on or off. You can see the shadow of the roof right here, and that's a very steep hill behind the house, which you can also briefly see in this photo from inside of the house. Now moving on. Who would want to delete these beautiful humans from Earth? Well, quite possibly somebody would need a really good motive to do such a thing. Different crimes vary person to person, but to delete 4 human beings from the Earth, one might think the person might have a broken heart, one might think that person might be jealous, and one might think that somebody might even stand to gain something from committing such.
Or you could just be a sick, twisted motherfucker who killed. You don't have to be hurt or gotta gain something. There's motherfuckers out here that kill just to kill. Fuck is he talking about? Yeah, he trying. Somebody need to holler at him about this shit, man. We gonna watch the whole thing though, but this shit kind of. I don't really know if I agree with this shit, man.
A horrendous crime, such as maybe even custody. These pictures right here have nothing to do with the statement that I just made. However, these pictures were.
So is he saying that he killed her for the dog? So is he saying that he killed her and other 3 people for the dog?
Posted on the internet in a news article, and it says that this is the dog Murphy with Jack DuCoeur, and he allegedly has sole custody of this animal now. Does that mean anything or not? I don't know, but he's presumed innocent, of course. Let's discuss the celebration of life.
He's saying that he basically saying that he killed her and 3 of her friends to get the dog back. That'd be some mind-blowing shit, but it wasn't like, there's a lot of mind-blowing shit going on out here. But I don't know, this seems like a far reach to me.
Jack DuCoeur, the ex-boyfriend, showed up with the family to the celebration of life, and he was on stage with the family. He was just out of camera view for most of the footage, standing to the right of the father. At the end of the footage, you can see Kaylee's mother go over and embrace Jack, and this is what we see on the video. You can see Kaylee's mother goes over to embrace Jack, and Jack puts his arm around her and keeps his eyes locked on Kaylee's father. And let's slow this video down a little more and take another look and observe the eyes of Jack DuCoeur, as well as the eyes of Kaylee's father, as well as Kaylee's father's facial expression. He doesn't seem to be too pleased with what he's seeing.
I ain't gonna lie, her father's facial expression was kind of like eerie a little bit, dude. But of course it was, because that's his daughter's ex-boyfriend, and they ain't caught nobody who did it, so he don't know who did it. And he probably hearing all the rumors too.
He immediately turns away after looking Jack in the eyes and giving that little look on his face. Then he reaches out towards his own children in a fast manner, almost to push them away towards safety. Was it intentional?
He didn't push them away towards no safety. But he did kind of walk off a little fast, though. But you gotta understand, that's his daughter who dead and was killed in that manner, along with 3 other people. So he ain't really trying to hang around nobody, no outsiders, or none of that. He ain't trying to be around no outsiders of the family right now. You know what I'm saying? He don't trust nobody. Anybody that's not blood, that came out of his nutsack, or that he did not came out of, that's his blood, or came out of him, or his wife, he ain't trying to hang, kick it, none of that.
One of those inner psychological fatherly instincts to protect his children. You can see Kaylee's father appears to ditch his own wife and Jack on stage. Seems to be quite a distance between them at this point. I don't know if this footage means anything, if we're looking a little too deeply into it. None of us are certified body language analysts here. However, I believe in you, the viewer, to have a rational opinion on what you just saw on this video. If you feel some sort of way with what you just saw, leave me a comment. Now let's have our own celebration of life for Kaylee here. Let's look at some images of Jack and Kaylee when they were younger and in love. You can see a few pictures of Murphy here. Do you think Murphy had anything to do with this case? Not that Murphy committed the crime, of course, but did anyone feel some sort of way over Murphy to want to commit these crimes? We're just speculating and guessing here. That's what you do during an open investigation. The police department has asked for the public.
He's saying we just speculating and guessing. Hey man, y'all like this video, man? If y'all gonna tune in, man, at least like this motherfucker, man. But he said we just speculating and guessing, but he didn't put guilty on this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of the reason why I kind of even clicked on the video. Cause I'm thinking he got some real damning information, you know what I'm saying? But he came with that shit. Like, yeah, he done lost a little bit of credibility, man. Like, yeah, man, he really just like, he pushed it with this one. If he ain't got shit else to say but that, yeah, he pushed it with this one, man.
Until they released body cam footage and asked us to analyze it, asked us to see if we saw anything in it. Some of us saw some things, and some of us even heard some things too. They also wanted us to keep an eye out for a Hyundai Elantra. So this investigation goes deep, and we're just doing what we're told. We're trying to help out, because we want justice for the families. You can see Jack DuCoeur used to have that boyish face with no facial hair. Now his appearance...
He said he just trying to help out the family with this. How you trying to help out the family, bro? This ain't really helping out the family, bro. This shit'll get a motherfucker killed, bro. This shit he doing to get a motherfucker killed. Like, for real, bro. This shit he doing to get a motherfucker killed, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Then he talking about some boyish face, now he got a beard. What are you finna say?
Was deep, and we're just doing what we're told. We're trying to help out, because we want justice for the families. You can see Jack DuCoeur used to have that boyish face with no facial hair. Now his appearance has changed. He seems to be rocking a full-blown beard, something I could never grow. And
what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
anyways, my previous release was on Jack Showalter. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. I address a whole bunch of rumors, including did Jack Showalter go to Africa? For anyone confused, Jack Showalter is a different Jack than Jack DuCoeur. There's a whole bunch of Jacks in this case. It's rumored that Jack Showalter is the hoodie guy seen on the Grub Truck video. However, a lot of you out there have contacted me and said, the hoodie guy is actually Jack DuCoeur. You're 100% convinced that that's Jack. Well, you just don't know for sure. Nobody has officially come out and said who the hoodie guy is. We're all just guessing. Anyways, if you want me to continue this investigation into the Moscow, Idaho slayings...
I don't think we want you to continue no more with this shit, Drip. You know what I'm saying? Drop, whatever you drop, Drip, whatever the fuck your name, Crime Circus. Well, I don't think we want you to continue with this shit no more, man. You know what I'm saying? You pushing narratives, and it ain't, you know what I'm saying? This shit dangerous what you doing.
Smash the thumbs button, leave me a comment, support me on Patreon.
Yeah, man. End of the day, man, I ain't really feeling, you know what I'm saying, his whole little rundown on this video, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even gonna ask. Yeah, look, this shit, yeah, I ain't like his whole little spiel, man, you know? But yeah, so it probably won't be no more of me reacting to his little verdicts or what he got, who he think guilty or not guilty. Cause the way he gonna break it down, it ain't gonna be logical to me. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? He might get one more chance at this shit. But as far as like his rundown on this shit today, for him to bring up old Instagram posts and Twitter posts, and you know what I'm saying, basically break up shit, you know what I'm saying, try to run with that, like, no, bro, you pushing that shit, bro. You trying to down there, like, capitalize off motherfuckers' death, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool, bro. You trying to clout chase off motherfucker YouTube clout. You trying to get YouTube clout off this shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't really cool, man. That's why I ain't really finna be doing too many other videos on that shit, you know what I mean? Because that shit fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Like, But if it be some logical news, like some shit that's big or makes sense, or like some wild shit, then yeah, I might, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and bring that shit back up. But as far as this shit with him, hell no, you know what I'm saying? Hell no. Fuck that. But yeah, man. Y'all like this video, subscribe, do all that YouTube shit.